Ramon.
Yeah, Tony, you help people out. I mean, you got Mindy and I started a little show, and now we got 108 live viewers, our new record yesterday. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
you're welcome. Thank you for joining on. Yeah, and then of course, not only that, but the amount of viewership on off our podcast, off the Twitter views now, off the YouTube, our video editors to get those clips up there every day, bright and shiny. I'm also working on some thumbnails. We're going to get some thumbnail. I got some professional designer working on thumbnails now. So like I said, some of these things slip the cracks because we're so caught up right now. We're so focused right now on website development, and especially some cool community things coming up with that site monitor that we're going to be producing here shortly after we work on some promotional items as well. There's one big thing we're working on, and then we're hitting the monitor hard. And of course, we do have some white label sites coming up by some other site operators to give our handicappers more exposure, pairing them up with social media influencers, with some pretty big site designers, some venture capitalists who want to get in the industry from overseas. We can stock their projects with lots of cappers, and we're going to grow as well that way. So again, our software does not paralyze us. It allows us to grow big time. Let's continue on here. Tonight, we go to the Horizon. Milwaukee here hosting Green Bay. Milwaukee here laying 16.5, total 142.5.
Yeah, talk about just adding to the matchups, previewing different teams. Got to get Green Bay in here, I guess. When can we talk about them? Maybe when they're up against at least one of the best teams in the Horizon. I mean, Green Bay, we've had some fun with IUPUI, Tony. Green Bay is, I guess, kind of below them. They are tied at the bottom of the conference, 1-12. Green Bay is just 2-22. Sorry, Tony, here on your show. I know you work hard to get us all this publicity, and here I am talking about Green Bay with their 14-game losing streak as they come in to take on the Panthers. The Panthers 10-3, certainly alive for the Horizon regular season title. They are battling at the top right now. Green Bay, not only do they not win, they don't cover very well as either. Sure, they do cover a few more games, and they've won their 6-18 against the spread this season in those 24 games. But overall, over the last season and a half, still just 8-26, last 34 against the number, 4-11 against the spread on the road, and 5-18 against the spread this season as an underdog. They just lost to IUPUI, believe it or not. We talked about it, Tony. IUPUI got, hey, but give Green Bay credit. I mean, out of their two wins, one of them did come against IUPUI. So they had to get it somewhere. Both teams held serve in that blockbuster series matchup this season in the Horizon. Milwaukee 12-8 against the number, including 6-2 against the number in their last 8. They beat IUPUI just by 3 points last time out. Now they did go pretty deep into their bench. I don't know if they ever felt comfortable about it. They did play quite a few players as if they knew they could still win no matter what, but probably a little too close for comfort. For Milwaukee, I think they'll be on alert here after almost losing to IUPUI on the road. Do have to lay 17 points here, but Milwaukee did win and cover the last 5 meetings, including an 81-67 win at Green Bay as a 7.5-point favorite back in December. This is the fourth straight road game for Green Bay, not a road trip, certainly, with 2 weeks in between. You mentioned how they stagger the games, but still, they have not played at home in those 2 weeks. Milwaukee averaging 72 points per game in 8 straight games now. They've got some, pretty good players. B.J. Freeman, pretty strong forward who likes to shoot the three. They've got Marquise Browning, another three-point shooter. And, Tony, Wisconsin-Milwaukee has Moses Bowl, the cousin. Just a cousin. That's a cousin of Bol, son of Manute Bol, but still, he's a Bol. He's in the starting lineup about half the time. I don't know if he'll be in the starting lineup tonight, but gets plenty of minutes. Green Bay, they're okay. They're not okay. They're not good at all, but they do have Clarence Cummings who could shoot the three. Cade Meyer has a pretty high shooting percentage, but I think Milwaukee, coming off the fact that they could only beat IUPUI by 3 points last game, can't get this one by 20 here tonight. I'm going to lay the big points with the Panthers against the Phoenix tonight.
All right, Ramon says Milwaukee is 16.5 here against Green Bay, the lowest rated game on the Ken Palmer site tonight as far as fan reaction. It doesn't matter; they all cash the same, right? No matter what you do. But again, it really comes down to it here with Milwaukee, the Panthers, really good 3-point shooting team, top in the conference here in effective field goal percentage. They defend the goal very well. Do Milwaukee here against the Horizon.
Yeah, they should have no problem. They should have no problem. They say that, coming off what happened against IUPUI, but Milwaukee's back to on a winning streak right now. They're the team that is probably the better obviously the better 3-point shooting team with Freeman, with Browning in this one. Green Bay, like I said, I mean, you'd think at 2-22, you'd be getting enough points here and there, but they're really not. I mean, not really covering numbers either. You probably should be a little bit better than that. So I don't know if you call it value or what. The spread's actually gone down a little bit in this one. Looks like the action might be coming in a little bit on Green Bay. It opened as high as 18, maybe even 18.5 at some books, and so they've whacked off 2 points off of that. The sites show that about 4 out of every 5 tickets coming in on Green Bay. So people willing to take those points tonight. Figure maybe Milwaukee playing down to their competition after what happened last time. I've got them on, thinking that, hey, we know we're playing a really bad team. Let's not let that happen again. We're at home here. So that's the way I'm seeing it. But I will note that it does look like the action is coming in on Green Bay.
That's right. We got Ramon here on Milwaukee. They're 16.5 here with Milwaukee against Green Bay. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern Time. Horizon is on ESPN Plus. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Of course, we've got the NBA in action as well tonight with a nice card. We got college hoops, and of course, the NHL returns after a long absence. Ramon, for the All-Star break. MMA has been sharp here for Ramon tonight, but over on the side tonight, what do you have going on?
Got a 3-pack in professional basketball tonight, Tony, starting with late action. My package will start 3-pack of winners tonight in the NBA. You see it right there for $30. Also, I have a 3-pack up in college basketball as well. They're all on the extra board. They're all in the SWAC. It's a SWAC pack, if you will, SWAC 3-pack going off in college basketball tonight. Those are my best 3 games. All in the SWAC. How about that? And also my college basketball early start best bet. That's in the game at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 3 Pacific between Lowell and, Hartford. Can't get away from getting on games with these bad teams. Hartford playing Lowell, but do note that in that game, I mean, Hartford always is a non-conference game for all of these teams. Sometimes they can sneak up on you and get the number because they're taking teams out of conference right now to play their games. And Lowell, though, it is a former, that is, obviously Hartford is playing some of the games, their non-conference games, familiar matchups with a former conference foe like Lowell in this one. So my game's in Lowell and Massachusetts at Best Bet. Early start discount. Best Bet gets the Tony's Picks treatment, $15 at Tony'sPicks.com. Maybe finalizing a hockey card. Mindy and I got pretty active in the NHL card with our Morning Steam team today. 4 games up on the site right now from our Morning Steam consensus picks in the NHL. So that could do it for me in some of that action today, because Mindy and I really got after it in hockey and also in college basketball. So pick up our premium picks. If you don't want to go back and watch the show, you can always pick up our premium consensus picks for the Morning Steam over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the Morning Steam in there, and get signed up. If you don't have time to go back and take a look at the shows for the day or view the clips, you can always just get the picks right there for a small fee, but the commission goes to Mindy and I, so we do appreciate those that do subscribe to that Morning Steam package. And we'll definitely be back at it tomorrow with more morning steam. So that's what I'm looking at today, Tony. 7 picks up right now at Tony'sPicks.com, even on this Monday board.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. And of course, you can see the plays here from Ramon as he's got his plays up here tonight. NBA Monday Night 3-pack premium pass up there for you right now, as well as college basketball extra board 3-pack. And of course, the best bet here from college basketball, that $15 premium. Get on board with it. Of course, you could use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off right now. We'll get here to the promo here. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description and click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land right on Ramon's page. So go ahead and get signed up there to Ramon Scott's plays. And of course, instead of buying all these plays individually, you can also get on board here with the 7-day pass. It's a good time to get on board with that. Get all Ramon's premium plays here for 7 days. Instead of buying all the plays individually, include all his college basketball, all his NBA, NHL, and of course Super Bowl on Sunday is also part of it when you get on board here with Ramon Scott at Tony'sPicks.com, and that 1 week all sports pass. And of course, that promo code will save you 20% off. That'll take $30 off that 1 week pass. A great value right now. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon. We also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. We also moderate the Discord for us, where the conversation continues after the show, and of course that morning steam show.
Yeah, proud to keep up the Twitter picks over there. There's really only 4 handicappers now that do the social media with Tony's Picks. Myself, Mindy, Tiffany, and Ben. So you can follow the 4 of us at Tony's Picks, followed by our names, and pick up more free winners each and every day over there. Today I've got a free social media pick. It comes to you in a college basketball game, in the game between Tarleton and Arlington. So you better get on that, because that one starts in about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's my social media pick for the day, and also got 2 embedded videos here on the Tony's Picks website, where you can pick up my sponsored play of the day. That one comes to you in a game between, well, Mindy's game, Southern and Alabama State. I take a look at a pick in that one. And also I have our leaderboard video on Tony'sPicks.com today, where I talk about the leaders from yesterday and the past 7 days and 30 days. And you can pick up another winner today at Tony'sPicks.com or on the YouTube channel with the leaderboard pick of the day in the Florida A&M and Prairie View A&M game. So more winners coming your way. Compliments of me right here on Tony'sPicks.com. Team Steam back at it tomorrow. Try to put together a winning day tonight. We did come up with 10 premium consensus plays on the card on the show. We only previewed 20 games, so we had picks in 10 of them. So Mindy and I hopefully were clicking. You talk about making successful shows and websites and web personalities, if you will. You did it with Mindy Hahn, Tony. I knew it was a good plan all the way. I said, let's take Mindy, let's take her picks, and let's roll. And we could have a great show, and that's what I've done. I don't say it's me. I'm just saying we had an idea for a show, and we're very fortunate to have Mindy Hahn. Take a look at the last 30 days there. If you combine our morning steam picks along with Mindy's premium picks, which are extremely affordable, and just betting $100 per game, which we know that people who are paying, well, I won't just say it, the amount they do for our boutique picks, if you will. Even if you're playing $100, you'd be up almost $3,200 over the last 30 days. You're probably playing a little bit stronger than that, especially knowing Mindy's on a roll. So that you want a game plan, you want to plan for action this week. Pick up the 7-day with the morning steam team and Mindy, and why don't you go for the 2-for-1 capper? I'll throw myself in there. I can pick it up this week and right into the Super Bowl on Sunday. Have a week of winning. Build your bankroll for the big game. The big game, as they like to call it. Tony, nobody calls it the Super Bowl. We can't say that word apparently anymore. It must not be politically correct. So anyways, Mindy's been hot. It's been great doing the show with her, Tony. And I don't know, when we, like I said, we went over our little record there this past week. I'd like to think it's our personalities, but for some reason I think it's Mindy and the winning that have the people coming for the morning steam every day.
Yeah, it's great winning there. Morning Steam, Mindy there have been on an absolute fire. And of course, Ramon there with the Morning Steam. I remember the first conversation, first Zoom call with Ramon. It was, I want to host your morning show. I said, well, wait a minute, man. You're just starting with us. And went through the summer, and he got all those videos. He created the video series there from WNBA, the CFL, and his video series took off. He said, well, yeah, that based on the video series, and then we said, let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. So he put that idea in our head in our first Zoom meeting call we had with Ramon. I remember, I want to host this. I said, well, we're moving too fast. We're not ready to start a morning show day one. But then he proved himself to us during those video series with the CFL and the WNBA, which did fantastic. I said, okay, let's roll with it. And then we have Mindy as well. So the Morning Steam here as well. You say that show came together here right as we started. I started football season. I'm on the days are running together here. I think we did it right around that time, right?
Yep, it's pretty much the way we look at it. Football season was a start. So you talk about how hard it is. Mindy and I had been struggling just with small channels just to get a few followers and viewers, right? But you know what to do in this business. You meet influential people like yourself, Tony. You've had built this channel. I mean, we know what it's all about, and so we feel fortunate to, even though it's taken us basically almost 6 months to build that audience. That's why it is so exciting for us. We've been teased a little bit about getting excited about just 100 live viewers. Believe me, after the show, we're like, our jaws drop once the camera goes off. Sure, we like to have a little fun with it on the show, like don't look at the counter. People will stop watching, keep talking about the games, but that proof is right there in that number. It's a very small and modest goal at this point. We know that things will only go up if you work hard. And just like with you, I mean, I said I wanted to be a big part because I just know that, you have a big, I'm not dumb. Tony, you got a big following. If I can work hard, people just can't roll up, obviously, and take up your offer to be a capper and just end up here. I mean, you got to prove yourself to Tony, to the GM, and Mindy and I have worked hard on that, and that's why we're able to do that. And maybe it's reflective in the amount of attention we're getting on the show. Just real happy with that, to get several hundred views as well every day on the show. Can't forget, the majority of viewers actually come after the show's over. Can't forget those people. They probably are actually more just as valuable. We value the people that have come in live because it really helps build up those viewers for later shows because they're such an active part. I'm sure that people are there to see who the quote-unquote experts Mindy and Ramon like, but when you watch our show, you're actually getting, 4, 5, 6 picks a game. Especially, you talk about our regulars, Tony, and I don't want to think like I'm taking them for granted, but I think that some of the followers in the chat actually, follow, maybe who's good in the chat too. Maybe they say, oh, so-and-so's on that pick today. I like that team for that reason. So it's just not,
and that's the idea. That's the idea for the sports monitor is we're going to allow everyone to monitor their picks. So they can do that, and we can give them. And then when they're in the chat room, we can number one, we'll just throw a name out there. Oh, number one butterscotch for the year here, or number one, see James up there on the board as well. So we're going to put that together, and we're going to have to run contests on that because it's basically the same system that's in our sports handicapping site. We can pretty much replicate very quickly. And we just why don't just create? Let's put a sports monitor into Tony's picks so everyone can document their plays. People, our competitors, we're going up to everyone. We want a lot of traffic coming to the site with that and run contests and whatnot. And then again, the cappers there that like to put in their who love to put in their picks, who want to put in their picks. They can put it in the monitor and then show, then let everybody know if they can see. A lot of people like to track their bets, and that's one way you'll do it. And we'll have a lot of line providers as well in there, and of course there are plans to bring in props and whatnot, first halves, all that's in the plans. Because step at a time here, we have software developers behind the scenes getting these features in here, and no doubt about it. Again, like I said, our website is expandable. We're not paralyzed by bad software design. That's the big key here. So we're expandable. Look at in a year what we've done. Someone had asked me to be over a year ago to be on their to take one of their site And I said, well, I don't know. He goes, oh, you'll never get it done. You'll never get it done in a year. Yeah, we did. We did a lot more in a year than I thought we would do. It was quite interesting, but it's pretty funny. But anyway, all right, Ramon, as always, great having the show. Continue that great success. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow.
All right, Tony, appreciate you. Catch you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
You got it. Ramon Scott.